This is right funny.
This is right funny.
This is right funny. This is right funny.
This is right funny.
Morning, Sylvia.
Good morning, Doris.
How's your little Jimmy? He'll be leaving school soon. Does he still want to work with puppets like his Uncle Jack?
That's right, he's still keen. His uncle's managed to get him into the marionette school.
Has he really?
No, but it wasn't easy. He had to pull a few strings.
What's that you've got there, Fred?
Ah, it's my new pet. His name's Harry.
Oh. What kind of animal is he, Fred?
He's a worm.
Ah, cool. Fred,
What is it, Tim?
why did you want a pet worm?
Well, people have got pet dogs, cats, fish, budgies, hamsters, but no one's got worms.
My dog's got worms. And he's got more than one of them.
Well, I have more than one, actually. This one's only a baby wormling. I've got a much larger adult worm at home. He's called Brian.
Harry's not very active, is he? Are you sure he's not dead?
Nah, he's just sleeping. He needs his sleep after all that wiggling and wriggling that he does. Anyway, the website I ordered them from said they would send a replacement if you can prove they've died from unknown causes.
Well, how do you prove he's dead?
Well, I sends them a photo.
But how can they tell from the photo that he's dead?
Well, they would see that he's lying down, wouldn't they? Obviously, he's had a major heart attack and fallen over. Also, he wouldn't be moving.
Oh. I've got some unusual pets too, Fred.
Ooh, what's that?
I keep maggots.
Maggots?
Yep. We've recently got a new one. His name's Dave.
Ooh, where did you get him from?
He was inside an apple I was eating.
Oh.
Yes. I thought it was only fair that we share it. After all, he was there first. Mind you, at the moment he's going through the change.
Ah, I see.
Yes, he's going to become a beautiful housefly. As soon as he does, he'll be joining all his friends in my fly house.
Fly house?
Yes. Well, it's just a small plastic box, really.
Oh, well, aren't they a bit cramped in there?
Maybe. Perhaps I should take the box outside and release them into the wild. Hey, you could help me if you want.
Oh, good idea. And then you can come and see Brian.
Awesome.
Great. I look forward to opening your flies.
And I look forward to seeing your big worm.
This is right funny.
Hey up. How are you doing?
I had to go to the dentist yesterday.
At 2:30.
No, 3 o'clock.
So what do you have done?
Well, the dentist said I had a large cavity, so I needed it sorting. He said given the size, I could have a choice of filling.
So what do you have? Gold? Silver?
Cheese and pickle. This is right funny. Right funny.
Let there be light. Bugger.
Is it not working?
No, it's perfectly fine. It's new. It takes a bit of time to set up.
Have you checked the instructions?
We went through this when we built that bookcase, didn't we, Janet? And what did I say then?
You said you didn't need to look at the instructions as it's all common sense.
It's all common sense.
If you say so. You have been at it a while, though.
Well, I've got it now. Let there be light.
You checked it's plugged in?
I beg your pardon?
Have you checked it's plugged in?
Have I checked it's plugged in? I'm God. I am an all-powerful, all-seeing entity. I am omnipotent.
Oh, that's a shame for you.
What? No, omnipotent. It means that I am everywhere at once. I can literally see everything, everywhere, all the time.
Oh, that's handy.
Yes, it bloody is. It also means I am hardly likely to not notice if I've plugged in the sun.
All right, don't get snippy with me. Just because you can't get your little toy to work, I'm only trying to help.
Well, you're not helping, and it's not a toy. It's the sun.
What's one of those, then?
Well, it's a giant ball of combustible gases that, when ignited, will provide both heat and light throughout this galaxy system that surrounds it, and support and sustain life on this little planet down there, the blue one.
Combustible gases? That sounds very dangerous to me. Not sure about that.
Oh, don't worry, it's perfectly safe. I've done this before, trust me.
Trust you? The man who tried to unjam the poster with a fork and end up in casualty? The man who nearly flooded the place trying to change a tap? The man who...
Technically, I'm not a man, so...
The man who can't even work out how to use the remote control for the Blu-ray player after 2 years. You expect me to trust you?
Janet, those are all good points, very well made, but this is different. This is God-type stuff. It's what I do, you know, creation, world building, putting into the mix all the necessary building blocks of existence and setting off the chain reaction that produces life.
And you've done it before?
Yeah, loads of times.
All right, go on then. But be careful.
All I've got to do is just increase the mixture of flammable gases and hit the switch again. It's a piece of cake. I reckon I'll have it done in, 2 weeks? No trouble. Yes, it's just a matter of giving it a bit more helium and a lot more hydrogen. Right, here we go.
Ah, never mind. Try again tomorrow, eh? I'm just going to put the kettle on. We'll have a nice cup of tea.
I don't understand it. I suppose I could just check to make sure it's plugged in. Bugger, she was right. Well, she doesn't have to know about that, does she? Right, all sorted. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Janet, that was a bigger bang than I was expecting. I think this one might only take a week.
This is right funny. This is right funny. This is right funny.
We had one of those doorstep salesmen call last night.
Oh, what was he selling?
Venetian blinds, but we told him to go away.
Oh, we've got a Venetian blind in our bathroom. The salesman said Venetian blinds were the most important invention that's ever been. He said if it wasn't for Venetian blinds, there would be curtains for us all.
Hey up, how are you doing?
Well, went to Argos today.
Did you buy out?
No, but I did learn a couple of important things.
Yeah?
Yeah, I found out that my
Delilah?
No, that, my downstairs,
You live in a bungalow.
No, you know. Anyways, I realised that it's the size of 2 Argos pens.
Oh. So what was the other thing you learned?
I can't go in Argos anymore.
Get in, love. Mind your dress. Are you buckled up? Right, we are off. Where was it you say you're from? Down south? Well, you might not find it as glamorous as you live, but certainly has its good points. Bloody hell. I think killing him. Excuse me, French love. Did you see him flag me? It could be right. Just trying to miss that bloody dog. Second to have got a passenger and knock his effing head off. I've never seen worse effing driving than that. But I was just going to say, Mexborough has some good points. For one thing, the people are really friendly. Salt of the earth. They're not stuck up like they are down south. Oh no. Yorkshire folk are warm and friendly.
This is right funny.
Good morning, Doris. Are you well?
All can't grumble, you know.
Did you read in the papers the other day? The Americans have said they're going to put a man on the moon.
Oh, yes, we saw it. My husband said he wouldn't go to live on the moon, not unless they built a pub on it. I told him not to be so silly. No one goes to a pub on the moon.
Why not?
Well, it wouldn't have any atmosphere, would it? And thanks for having us. Oh, it's a lovely spread, Barbara.
I assume you won't say no to a bit of plonk. Just supermarket, but...
Oh, how lovely. I'll get hubby to pop it on ice when he gets in.
Oh, is he...
He's just getting the milk in.
He's very domesticated.
Well, he will insist on milking the yak himself.
I love what you've done with the living room. Did you knock through?
Yes, well, we thought the whole thing could do with a bit of zhuzhing up.
I know. Ours needs a zhuzh.
You and your zhuzzes.
It'll add 10k to the selling price with a good zhuzh.
Exactly.
I mean, we were lucky. We bought ours when prices were right down. Got in quick with the steal when property was just...
And I took our property over the smoking remains of our enemies.
Oh, there you are, darling. We were just discussing how Susan bought her house cheap.
I took this house from the stiffening corpse hands of those who opposed me, and I kept their skulls as drinking cups.
Yes, I really ought to put those to the back of the cupboard when the estate agent comes round.
And my cattle graze over their burial mounds.
Yes, I was just saying to Tony how nicely kept your lawns are.
I know, such a shame about the ash heaps.
And I will commemorate my victory in seizing this property with a tower built from human bones.
Darling, I honestly say, go with the conservatory. They're UPVC. It keeps the warmth in winter.
A tower of bones, I say. That is fitting testament to my wealth. My property will ceaselessly rise in value. None may dare oppose me.
None? Really? I heard that Roger over the road...
No! Do not speak of him. The so-called parish council are nothing compared to the might of a nomad horseman warrior from the savage steppes of the north.
Really? I thought planning things...
Enough! Curse your council directives. This is the last time anyone says no to me. I will be victorious. Do you hear me? Do you hear me, South Yorkshire? You will quake in your boots at the name of Dennis the Conqueror, scourge of the parish council, despoiler of the village green, terror of the post office queue, wild horseman of Wath upon Dearn!
Do you want the rest of this tiramisu, dear? Or shall I pop it in the fridge for later?
This is right funny. This is right funny.
What are you smiling at?
Just thinking about me dad.
What about?
Well, thinking that as we sit here talking, he's looking down on me and laughing.
He's not dead, is he?
No, just very, very condescending.
Good morning, Ash. Anything else?
A packet of Lamberton Butler Red, please, Bamber.
Other packets of cigarettes are available.
No, Lamberts are fine, thanks.
They're all equally carcinogenic. No half measures.
Thanks for the verbal confirmation of the written and photographic warning, Bamber. But just the Lamberts, please.
Do you want the almost 11 pack or the under 21 pack?
I'll have the well over 17 pack.
There we are. The far fewer than 24 pack of nails.
Nails?
It's a rather amusing street slang, Ash. It refers to coffin nails, apparently.
Oh, how droll. Ha.
Your funeral.
Quite.
There we go. So just the cancer sticks, the teeth putreficators, and the lying, twisting, exaggerated, far leftist bastards publicity excuse for arsewipe.
Thanks, yeah.
That's over £11.27, please.
Thanks. Is well in excess of £6.38.
So you'll be wanting not quite £3.42 change.
They reckon it's going to get dark later.
Not again. I can't quite fathom what's happening to our light.
Oh, that'll be the first time since this morning, though.
True, but it seems to be happening every day now. Billericay reckons we're in for some weather.
Never. I used to think it were global warming, but we seem to be getting one sort of weather or another every time I wake up lately.
The Daily Fail reckons it's going to be the coldest day since last Sunday.
And those poor beggars in the south had greater than 1 millimetre of rain on Tuesday.
I heard. Some areas near enough ground to a halt. The schools had to close, businesses liquidated. The local NHS services were completely underwhelmed.
The army was put on special alert standby for under an hour. Over 2 people died, apparently.
Drowned?
Oh, I don't think so. One had cancer, another Almost ate too many custard creams. Other biscuit types are available.
Morning, Mrs. Moore.
Yes, it is.
Usual.
Yes, please. And I'll take over 399 grams of sherbet lemons, please.
I'm sorry to say they're inflated again, Emily. It's the trade deficit, apparently.
And no doubt the ENSO effects.
ENSO?
The El Nino Southern Oscillation.
Ah, yes, the Southern Oscillation.
It's the term for atmospheric pressure changes between the east and west tropical Pacific that accompany both El Nino and La Nina episodes in the ocean.
But how does that impact on the inflationary cost of my sherbet lemons?
I'm glad you asked that, and I'm happy to elucidate and hopefully educate you further. Research now shows that El Nino and La Nina cycles have impacts all over the world. For example, El Nino years are one factor that can increase the risks of colder winters in the UK.
Thank you. I now better understand the increasingly prohibitive comforting confectionery costs.
I aim to serve.
Well, it was on breakfast today that this is the coldest winter since last year.
And last summer was the warmest since the previous year.
But didn't they say it was warmer than 2 years ago and wetter than 3 years ago?
No, I think it was windier than 2 years ago, but warmer than it could be next year.
Are acid drops going up as well? My Arnold loves his acid drops.
I've not yet been notified of any financial variance in the matter of acid drops, no. But I do reserve the right to alter prices in line with inflation and other market pressures.
Consumerism does have its drawbacks, I suppose.
Oh, but it's better to live in a modern democracy rather than a fascist dictatorship.
Or a communist-styled egalitarian closed society without recourse to free speech.
Or the benefits of social welfare. I don't know where we'd be without our NHS. It meets the needs of everyone, it's free at the point of delivery, and it's based on clinical need, not ability to pay.
Succinctly put, Emily Moore.
My Arnold's hemorrhoids are a fine example.
Of what, Mrs. Moore?
A fine example of what could happen without due care. Why, he'd have ended up with his rear end a congealed mess of suppurating putrescence.
Yes, I think we get the picture.
And a stinking miasma of yellowing,
Yes.
gangrenous... Oh, yes, just saying. And you did ask.
Indeed. Was there anything else you require, or just these?
Oh, no, that's it, thank you. I've got to go to the chemist to get my Arnold's cream. And some disposable gloves. He prefers me to apply the ointment, and I'm quite used to doing it now. If you could see them hanging down, I don't know how he sits sometimes.
Amber, your breakfast ready. Tomatoes on toast. Your favourite. This is right. Do you know Elsie down the road?
Oh, I know. Her with the posh curtains.
That's right, that's the one. Well, I heard that her husband helps her around the house. Some nights he even washes the pots.
My husband helps me. He always lifts his feet up when I'm hoovering, and always tells me when he's going straight to the pub after work.
Oh, that's thoughtful of him.
Yes. Do you know he opened the door for me the other night when I was bringing the coal in?
Oh, that was good of him. My husband says he can't bear to watch a woman doing housework.
Oh, is that right?
Yes, he always turns the telly on and watches football.
Right Funny starred Sheila House, John Fedorenko, David McClelland, Marcus Newman and Joy Wright. It was written by Brooklyn, John Fedorenko, Denise and Roger Marston, Leslie Merrin and Neville Raper. It was produced by The Mechanical Pig.